Hey, welcome back to the Aikido Virtual Dojo channel. I'm Durward, and we're going to take a look at the yon-no Kumitachi, or the fourth Kumitachi, the fourth combat series with two Bokkens, or two swords. So we're going to take a look at both sides, the uketachi and the uchitachi. A lot of different names for us to go through. So let's get into it and take a look at it.
Let's start with explanation of the uchitachi side, so the attacking side. I will explain the movements of the attacker. So we begin with the Bokkens crossed, close to the end of the Bokken, as usually in this position. And the first thing is we'll move slightly away from each other. Not too much, it's just a slight step. And the reason for this is to create some space between us for the practice reasons, and also to practice the timing of the movement, so to be able to move at the same time. And now, as we have this space here, I will try to attack. I decide to attack Durward with a ski. So I will enter straight in. And actually, as I do this, I will also turn my Bokken to the side. Usually when I do this kind of entering ski towards the chest of the partner, I want to hold my Bokken horizontally. Okay, so after this movement, Durward is entering. He will explain later on the details of what he's doing. And then as he is pushing my Bokken away, I will take this energy, redirect it to the other side, and try to stab from the other side under the arm towards the side, towards the ribs or underneath the ribs. And as I'm getting blocked, the only way for me to continue, or the best way for me to continue right now, is to go around and try to attack the head of Durward from the other side. So I will move in, take my arms above my head, realign on center line of Durward, and try to strike with a yokomen towards the side of the head. And when Durward is finishing, and he will explain the movements of the other side now.
Okay, so we're going to take a look at the uketachi, or the receiving sword, the receiving side. So we begin in kamae together. And as Marcin explained, we're going to take a little bit of a distance for practicing. So we step back. Okay, now he's going to attack with a ski or a thrust straight forward, and as he does that, I'm going to thrust too, but slightly off to the right, slightly at an angle, but centered on my partner, center line. Okay, so it's essentially the same movement, but I move offline, to the right. Okay, now, to get his sword further away from me, I'm going to just tap and parry. Okay, when I do that, it's just a very simple movement where I want to move his sword away from me, down and out, down and out. Okay, and that's going to allow him, though, the space to come in for the ski. As he does that, I need to step back. I have time just to step back, and I keep the sword essentially in front of my center. And as I settle in, then I can just keep the sword lined from my center to his center, covering from the base up to almost the top of the head. And that basically covers enough area, if I'm grounded enough and it's front of my center, that it will block this. Now, if he were to continue, for whatever reason, his thrust forward, then if I'm in place just right, then he gets moved off to the side and my sword stays on his center. So that's basically the position that you're looking for. It's a step back, and I'm centered, and I'm also focused on his center. Okay. Now, as he comes in for the last attack, I'm going to step back and cut at the same time, finishing on his center. And that's essentially the two sides for yon-no Kumitachi.
If you like our video, give us a thumb up and share it with your friends. You can also subscribe to receive notifications about new videos being published. More information is available in the channel description as well as through the links section.